Taoiseach, it's estimated that every year in this state there are 360 excess deaths as a result of A&E overcrowding. That's to say, double the population of this Dáil die every year as a result of overcrowding in A&E. However, new research in Britain has shown that this is likely to be an underestimate. The Emergency Medicine Journal found that there was a significant increase in the death rate for patients who had to spend more than 5 hours in an A&E. Now, senior clinicians have also indicated a clear link between those who have to wait on trolleys and on chairs in A&Es with regards to excess deaths. So far this year, there has been 100,000 people who have had to wait on trolleys in hospitals. That is a record level. And so far this year, we have also seen record waiting times for people who are seriously ill. Some people waiting 13 hours for admission in hospitals. Now, pets currently are seen quicker in this country by vets than patients are in A&Es throughout the state. Now, last year, 75,000 people left A&E departments in this country without being seen or treated. So, A&Es are such a disaster zone in these places that seriously ill people, seriously injured people went to A&Es, they waited for hours, and then in their thousands left without being treated whatsoever. In my own area, sick people are being brought by ambulance from Navan to Drogheda to wait for hours to then be brought by ambulance back to Navan to be treated. Such is the pressure in Drogheda at the moment. So long wait times in A&E and the proliferation of trolleys is actually killing hundreds of people in this state. And I'm going to repeat that. Long waits in A&Es and the proliferation of trolleys is killing hundreds of people in this state every single year. And all we've seen in the government in relation to this is inaction. It's like we have reached a tolerable level of death in terms of hospital overcrowding and A&E waiting times. Nobody's been held to account in HIQA. Indeed, HIQA itself, I've asked them to investigate the effect that overcrowding has on excess mortality in this country, and they said they're not even allowed to do that. HIQA can't even investigate that particular issue. Now, worse than this, when we have A&Es such as Navan and Drogheda literally out the door in terms of patients, when staff are leaving the health service in their droves because of the pressure, and in the middle of the winter surge, the HSE have decided to close the A&E in Meath. This is the same HSE has now announced a two-step plan to close the A&E in Navan, which will start on the 12th of December and will be completed in the new year. The HSE has given the fingers to the Minister for Health a number of times over the last year, but it looks like they're using the cabinet reshuffle and the maternity leave of Helen McEntee to force through their plan to close the A&E. I'm asking the government, are they going to sit on their hands in relation to this, or are they going to represent the people that elected them in County Meath? Well, it feels like we have a parallel leaders' questions here, because we put a question forward and a parallel question is answered. The truth of the matter is, Taoiseach, you're hiding behind the issue of patient safety when it comes to Navan A&E. But this is the HSE that have actually created the war zone in Limerick University by closing Nina and A&Es. This is the HSE that has presided over the increase in adverse incidents in this country from 79,000 in 2017 to 105,000 last year. This is the HSE that has paid over €1.4 billion in negligence claims just in the last 10 years. This is the HSE whose plan to close Navan A&E has been condemned by dozens of clinicians who are actually working on the coalface, not managers in the HSE itself. This is the HSE who have refused to carry out a feasibility study into what it would take to provide the consultants' cover in Navan A&E to make it safe. And this is the HSE who struggled during COVID for the lack of ICU beds, who are now closing ICU beds in Navan. All I'm saying to you is, Taoiseach, will you get a grip of the HSE and will you stop the closure of Navan A&E?